Hey kids, this is Mr. P. Welcome to Mr. P channel. Today's activity is to balance chemical equations. So we are going to look how many atoms you have on one side and how many atoms you have on the other side, called products. So let's look at the first chemical equation. We have hydrogen and you have oxygen. Those are reactants. And the product is water. Okay, so I'm going to draw circles here and a box. That's the product. Okay, so let's count how many atoms. This two belongs only to hydrogen. Okay, so how many hydrogens we have? Well, according to the picture, it's 2. How many oxygen do you see? Well, there's nothing in front. You can't have a 0 because 0 doesn't exist. So it's 1. So there's 1 oxygen. So we write 1 here. Let's go to the products. How many products you have? Well, this 2 belongs only to hydrogen. So how many do you see? 2. So we're going to write down 2 right here. How many oxygens do you see? I see only 1 because this 2 belongs to hydrogen. So we're going to write down 1 oxygen. Okay, let's try the next one. We have this element called calcium and we have oxygen. So, all right, so there's 3 reactants and this is a product. So let's do this together. How many calciums do you have? Well, it's not 1, it's not 0. How many do you think? This 2 belongs to the entire atom. So 2 times 1 is 2. So how many calcium are we going to write down? 2. Okay, how many oxygen you see? Well, this 2 belongs only to this atom. So it will be 2 oxygen atoms. So we're going to write down 2. Okay, let's go to the product. Well, 2 belongs to the entire molecule, okay? So we're gonna 2 times 1 is 2, so 2 calcium. And 2 times 1 is 2. So remember, these numbers should always be equal. Reactants always equal to products, always. You cannot create something that is not existing. Let's do one more problem, okay? All right, so I'm gonna do this one with you and then you have to do the other one on your own, okay? So we have reactants and you have products. There's 2 products in here. K stands for potassium, since in bananas. Cl stands for chlorine and O stands for oxygen. So let's do this. How many potassium do you see? How many K's do you see? Well, it's not 0, it's not 1, because there's a 2 in front of it, so 2 times 1 is 2. So how many I'm going to write down? 2. How many chlorine do I see? 2 times 1 is 2. So we have 2 chlorines. And how many oxygen? That's a tricky one. We have 3 here and 2 here. So you always times it. You cannot add this. So it cannot be 5. All right, so 2 times 3 is 6. So there's 6 oxygen. Always times it, always. So let's do the product. How many potassiums do you see? 2 times 1 is 2. So write down 2. How many chlorine do we see? 2 times 1 is 2. And remaining is oxygen. 3 times 2 is 6. So equation is balanced. Okay, so those reactants equal to products. So you have 2 problems to do it on your own. Please try your best. Remember, you can never add, you always multiply. Okay, always. So right here, you're going to have 4 times 1, 2 times 2, 3 times 2, 2 times 3. Okay, all right, good luck.